What's up, guys? This is Matt Singer for Screen Crush, and today we're running through all the movie and TV Easter eggs in Steven Spielberg's new movie, Ready Player One. Based on the novel by Ernest Cline, Ready Player One is about an obsessive gamer and pop culture fanatic named Wade Watts, who's searching through a virtual reality space known as the Oasis for 3 keys to unlock a hidden Easter egg. The first person to find it gets control of the Oasis, and like the novel, the film itself is loaded with references to classic pieces of pop culture. As the name suggests, a lot of those references are video game related, a subject we here at Screen Crush know very little about, beyond what we learned from watching The Wizard 40 times in a row as a kid.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
But there are also a ton of movie and TV Easter eggs too, and that's a subject we're much more familiar with. So here's every single one we spotted in the film, well over 60 different references. Before the movie even starts, there's an Easter egg. The credits font is Handle Gothic, which Spielberg also used in Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Now, first of all, there are the avatars. No, not those kind of avatars. Everyone in the Oasis has a separate identity called an avatar. The main characters have unique avatars, but a lot of the people they encounter just look like movie and TV characters. Watch carefully throughout the film and you'll see Batman, Marvin the Martian, Freddy Krueger, Hello Kitty, RoboCop, and a Delta City billboard, Battletoads, Jason Voorhees, Beetlejuice, Mortal Kombat's Goro, Harley Quinn, the comedian from Watchmen, the facehugger alien from Aliens, Spawn, Chucky from Child's Play, and the Ninja Turtles from the recent Michael Bay movies. Cowabunga! Next up, the race. The first puzzle the Easter egg hunters need to solve to earn a key is a mad race through a digital version of New York City. Many of the vehicles and obstacles in the film come directly from movies and TV shows. Obviously, Wade's DeLorean comes from Back to the Future, with a kit from Knight Rider modification on the grille, while H drives Bigfoot, the classic monster truck that was a staple of 80s cable television. But if you look around that race, you'll also see the Adam West Batmobile, and the Mach 5 from Speed Racer, and Wade's maiden competitor Artemis drives one of the motorbikes from the beloved Japanese anime Akira. And the obstacles during the race include King Kong and the T-Rex from Steven Spielberg's own Jurassic Park. Also, watch closely right as the T-Rex appears, and you'll see the name Jack Slater 3 on a movie theater marquee as the DeLorean drives past. That's the name of the movie within the movie from Last Action Hero, which in more fun Easter eggness was co-written by Ready Player One co-screenwriter Zach Penn, and Last Action Hero was beaten at the box office in the summer of 1993 by Jurassic Park. Oh, and if you spot the Silver Cup Studios logo during that chase, that's a real place. A Queens movie and TV studio that's been home to a ton of great shows and films, including The Sopranos. After the race ends, Artemis, Wade, and H return to H's lab to repair the Akira bike, and that place has more Easter eggs than my in-laws' yard on the first Sunday after the ecclesiastical full moon that occurs on or soonest after March 21st. H has miniature versions of the Battlestar Galactica, the Nostromo from Alien, and Valley Forge from Silent Running, which just so happens to be another movie set in a dystopian future ruined by environmental devastation. There's also a name drop of Arrakis, the desert planet that's the setting in Dune. Alright, let's quickly run through some of the movie posters because there are a lot of them in the backgrounds in this movie. Watch closely and you'll see posters for Beastmaster, Big Trouble in Little China, Mad Max, a Save Ferris poster from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Lost in Space, Flash Gordon, campaign posters for Goldie Wilson, the mayor of Hill Valley and Back to the Future.
Man, Goldie Wilson. Like the sound of that.
And Raiders of the Lost Ark, directed by some guy. Hold on. I have it in here in my notes somewhere. All right, forget it. We'll just come back to it. Oh, and there are a ton of logos in the movie as well. Stuck on walls, stuck on VR equipment, and as patches on H's bomber jacket. Those include Batman, Wonder Woman, the Rocky Horror Picture Show, Thundercats, and The Greatest American Hero. Well, that's a ton of Easter eggs. That's gotta be it, right?
Wrong.
All right, okay. Here are some more. On Wade's big date with Artemis, he's dressed like the title character from The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai, and he and Artemis dance to the music from Saturday Night Fever. Oasis creator James Halliday's funeral sees him buried in a torpedo, the same torpedo that Mr. Spock is buried in after he dies in Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Halliday, by the way, is basically Willy Wonka meets Garth Algar from Wayne's World. Wade talks about finding the Rosebud in Halliday's past, a reference to Citizen Kane, the classic film about a reporter investigating the life of a dead rich guy like Halliday. H has a Kermit the Frog doll, and Wade's avatar has Han Solo's gun belt with a little Thundercats logo on it, and is called Padawan by Halliday when he finds the first key. And he's also offered the Millennium Falcon by the evil corporate jerk who wants to control the Oasis, Noah Sorrento, who's played by Ben Mendelsohn, who was the bad guy in Star Wars Rogue One. After he gets that first key, Wade goes shopping for new weapons, and he buys the Zemeckis Cube, which turns back time 60 seconds, a reference to director Robert Zemeckis, who directed Back to the Future, which was produced by Steven Spielberg, with a score by Alan Silvestri, who also did the score for Ready Player One. Okay, so that's gotta be all the Easter eggs, right?
Of course. No, don't be ridiculous.
Damn you, Belky. Fine, here's some more. Wade is an orphan who lives with his aunt, just like Spider-Man, whose parents are dead and lives with his Aunt May. Wade's brown corduroy jacket in the real world looks exactly like the one worn by Brody in the Kevin Smith movie Mallrats, another movie about obsessive pop culture nerds who use their fandom to become heroes. In one scene with Noah Sorrento, Wade says, "A fanboy can always spot a hater," a reference to the movie Fanboys, which was written by Ready Player One author Ernest Cline. There's a whole scene set inside the movie version of The Shining, a scene that also includes references to The Fly and Say Anything, which is like an Easter egg inside an Easter egg inside an Easter egg.
It's a mystery wrapped in a riddle inside an enigma.
The Shining was directed by Stanley Kubrick, who developed the movie AI before his death, which was then finished by Steven Spielberg. And the whole notion of hunting for Easter eggs in The Shining is in and of itself a reference to the documentary Room 237, a movie about crazy Shining fans who search for hidden meanings within the film. As for weapons, there's Ripley's rifle from Aliens, a pistol from Battlestar Galactica, a railgun from Eraser, Mobile Suit Gundam, Mechagodzilla, the Serenity from Firefly and Serenity, and a Mad Ball. Just ask your parents. In the big final battle, after Wade holds up the boombox from Say Anything, H pilots the Iron Giant from the classic animated movie, where the Iron Giant wants to be like Superman. Something it does in Ready Player One when it uses its body as a bridge to help the High Five cross a moat of lava. A callback to the original Richard Donner Superman, where Superman uses his body as a bridge for a train whose tracks have been destroyed. And in that scene with the Zemeckis Cube, Wade's other big purchase is the Holy Hand Grenade, which is from the comedy Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It kills all the bad guys for a minute, and then they respawn.
I'm not quite dead, sir.
There are even references to Steven Spielberg movies besides the poster for Raiders and the T-Rex from Jurassic Park. Wade racing to get his aunt out of their home before it explodes mirrors a scene in Spielberg's Munich, and after the explosion, Wade walks away covered in ash, just like Tom Cruise after the aliens attack in War of the Worlds. Even the DeLorean is a kind of self-reference because Spielberg produced Back to the Future. If you're here for the first time, check out our other Easter egg videos, and please subscribe. Tell us in the comments below what we missed, and happy gunting.